It's time for Geocache Talk. Whether you are at work, in the car, or wherever you are, we hope you enjoy this show about the great sport of geocaching. If you're watching live on YouTube, you can be part of the adventure tonight in the chat room and participate with others as they watch the show. If you are listening later, please give it a like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app so that you can get all of the weekly Geocache Talk goodness. If you have not become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels start as low as a Bison Tube level at $3 a month. The sign up is easy. Simply go to the Geocache Talk website and click on the Become a Patron button, or go to patreon.com/Geocache Talk. Patrons now get the famous Blackout coin, invites to special events, and other really great items throughout the year. Become a patron today. Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Submit your geocaching milestones and adventures to be published. FTF Magazine is also interactive with puzzles to solve and the hunt to find Spartacus. If you can solve the puzzle or find Spartacus, then you will be entered in to win a special path tag. Every new subscription, you will receive a special swag pack. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
Big thanks to Derek of Baker 6 Clan and our featured patrons, the Dave and Karen, Cache Canada, Team Tailwagger, Super Nate, The Twonky, Burnt Turtles, Cazelli, Fox and the Hound, K-Blast, Hockey Zombie, Geo Dandrew, and our new patrons, DJB Tex, Geo Tribe 5, I saw they were in the chat room, Sparky 916, Muddy Buddy 82, Eminem from M, got to see them in Memphis, Ladybug Karen, and returning patron Nitty Gritsky. How about that? We got a returning. That's awesome. Glad you're back. And we are glad to have the Waysiders back. Oh, did you see that transition?
We're always happy
there?
to be on here with you guys.
See that transition?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
stylish.
Thank you. Yes, we're so excited to have the Waysiders with us tonight. Can you believe Going Caching 2022 is just around the corner?
I can, because I know how much time I'm sitting here on my computer right now. So yes, I can.
Yeah, we have a countdown clock to the second, I think, because and we're behind always. But no, we're doing good. And
oh, good.
But yeah, a couple of months it'll be on.
Yeah, now that we've kind of been involved with Omega more than we were. Well, Jesse and I were involved with Mingo Madness to a degree, but this one was more our baby, and it was a lot. And you know, I'll just let everybody know we're going to spend the majority of the time talking about going caching, but even Andy and Jim said we want to talk a little bit about Cache Fest, so we'll talk a little bit about Cache Fest. Yeah, just a little bit. Jesse's correct, just a little bit. But we are still processing everything. We have no announcements at this point. We have a meeting coming up this week with the whole crew, and we're going to sort of now that it's been a little bit of time, I think we're able to sort of maybe, I don't know, Jesse, you think we've got a little bit of time now?
Debrief as they know, and we'll talk about, we're just scratching the surface of what you guys have been doing for many years. So we're seeing we're slowing down from this and get to see, hey, what happened during ours? Just like y'all go through many, many years, and you saw us running around like crazy. Y'all were there. But y'all just keep coming back every year for what you're doing. Well, this was our first time to be completely responsible.
I think I'm pretty impressed that you guys decompressed so quickly, because after going caching, Andy and I are like, we're not even talking to each other, much less trying to put on a show like you guys do. But no, we had a great time. Cache Fest was so much fun, and it's so great just getting back out there. Last year, we were easing back into it, and we had a good, going caching. But but it's so much fun to going to another event where we don't have to do the work.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. We went up, we went with I Hunt for Fun, and of course, a bunch of the crew was there, and we hooked up and had a great time. The escape rooms were a lot of fun. I love the way they did the little the 10-minute thing, which that was, I mean, that blew us away. When we came out, our entire team immediately signed up for the full-blown the room.
Right.
So it worked.
Yeah. Very, very impressed. And my goodness, the history on every street corner of Memphis. It's just a great place to have an event. And your venue, my goodness, the park was just, you guys could do a gig there, I think.
Oh gosh, don't even tell Gary that.
Yeah,
don't give him any ideas.
Beautiful.
I really like the art museum.
Yeah,
that was fun. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that band that you had play Saturday night was amazing.
That event was so much fun.
I didn't want it to end.
Right.
Yeah, it was so good.
And it was so laid back, you know, with great music going, you know, just really good show. And then there were people that we had not had a chance to visit, and they came up and we visited, you know, and just had a great time. So that was a fun night.
Oh, very cool.
It was.
We take that as high praise, especially as we're going to talk tonight. You guys y'all have been doing this for quite a while, so we take that. We very appreciative of that praise, and so was our whole team. So
well, we saw a lot of smiles, and I think when we talked to you individually, that's what it's all about, and that's what we're trying to do. That's what you guys did. Make people happy just for a little while, even get them all together, and just do fun things. And you know, if you come and don't have a good time, well, I figure that's
not
on
us.
You. So no, y'all did it great.
Personally,
you're the one that dropped the key on the floor out of the envelope.
What's that? Oh!
Inside joke.
I was
from the
not.
escape room.
No, that was not me. No.
Okay.
That was someone
There's
else.
a cashier having a hard time having a good time.
Oh no.
But,
yeah.
But no, it was great. Yeah.
Great. No, it was good having y'all there. You know, I impromptu, as for those that weren't there, I impromptu asked Jim to come up. We were talking about Puzzle Academy because I wanted a little bit of backup of somebody who it was an interesting room without going into a lot of detail about Puzzle Academy. One of the puzzles was not really something that people liked. And so but I think most of the puzzles I think people really did really enjoy. One of them was kind of a mess, but yet that was kind of the point. And so I don't think people liked
that's the best kind. I mean, you know, the ones that you solve in 2 minutes, that's nothing. But the ones you scratch your head, wad up the paper, throw it on the floor, stomp on it,
right?
Take off your cap, throw it, stomp that too. No, those are the good ones. But no, we had a great time, and we loved that puzzle class. And thank you so much, you know, for recognizing, you know, going caching and it was just another fun. There were so many fun things, but that was another fun bit of Cache Fest, and we just cheering you guys on. Hope you keep doing it.
Thank you so much. All right, well let's get into going caching, and I'm going to divert us a little bit in a couple different directions, other than just talking about the mega, which we want to talk about because we want to be able to give people a lot of good information tonight. That's the point. But also, one of my other goals is for those that have never been, I think that they sometimes can look at it and go, do I really want to go to this? Am I not, what's the real, they might hear about the events, but sometimes I think it's good for them to hear perspectives from other people who have thought about it and have been and can talk about it. So I think we'll get into some of that in a little bit, but let's start with some of the info that we want to give out. It is on October 1st.
That is the mega day.
That's the mega day. But as we always know, and my opinion is, you want to show up earlier in the week, as much as early in the week as you possibly can. Events start on Wednesday, September 28th, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So before we get into all of the events, what are some things that you want to kind of talk about off the top before we get into the week?
Wow. Okay. We're pretty excited about the theme this year.
It's a great theme. Yeah.
It's a great theme, and I've had a great time designing everything. The crew's excited about it. They're the ones that actually came up with the theme this year.
Yeah, we're ancient Egypt. We probably should tell you what we're excited
about.
Yeah.
I was going to segue into that.
Okay, sorry, but
yeah, Derek's got us set up too with the website.
Good.
So I love whoever did your design for your logo.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
In case folks don't know, Andy does all of our artwork. She
awesome!
Geocoin does the art.
That's perfect.
I set up the cache pages, but that's easy. she gives me all the JPEGs and everything, and so she designs all of the art for the coins, path tags, website, cache pages, all of the printed material, which that's what she's been working on. She does all the cache cards.
Oh, nice.
I guess that's one thing we'd like to talk about, how important cache cards are to there's information on our website, but they're trading cards. There we go. Trading cards for geocachers.
Yes.
And they have a tracking number, so you can set it up to be discoverable because you have a couple hundred of these things. And it's just there's everyone that has them trades them at Going Caching, puts them in geocaches later, trades them,
hand them out like business cards when you meet people.
If you go for a couple times, you start to collect them.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. There's full sets of them at headquarters in Seattle.
Cool.
Yeah, there's full books. Thanks to Gear Guru, one of the lackeys, who's a huge Going Caching fan and is almost a clearinghouse for a lot of the cache card activity that happens. And another aspect of cache cards I'd like to throw out there is a lot of our fun is, is built around the cache cards. We have the trading card adventure that we have downtown that involves the cache cards. It's your ticket into the escape rooms, which this year, of course, is going to be a little tour through Cleopatra's tomb.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that's going to be fun. And it's also just a great way to meet other cachers. That's a big aspect of Going Caching, is the whole getting to know other people, the trading, the talking. And when you have a cache card and give it to somebody, they know a little bit about you. They can put a face to a name. They know where where you come from. What's your favorite cache? What do you like to do? Do you have a caching motto?
See, all that information is on the back of your cache card. So on the front is your, whatever photo you send in, and all the back is it's actually customizable. But there we have some, there you go on our website, little blanks you can fill in. But if there's something special, you can let us know, and Andy does her best to make it happen.
And earlier in the year, Jim and I traveled out to Colorado to visit kids that we have live out there. And we drove and cached the whole way.
Right.
And it was funny how many times in caches we found Going Caching cache
cards.
Oh, yeah.
It's like just be random little cemetery in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, oh, look, here's a couple cache cards.
Yeah, driving through Kansas, you pull over at a rest stop and open up a cache, and
there'd be a cache card.
There's cache cards. And
That's
some of them
awesome.
were quite old. It was really funny. So.
Yeah, I was looking at my. I've got one here from Action Trinity sent me. This was from 2016.
Oh,
so that's a pretty good.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good. 26. Not the oldest, but still, that's a pretty good.
That's getting there. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
came across 3 last weekend in one cache, and they were not from the same year. It was a travel bug hotel, so it was a larger cache.
Right.
But it was 3, and I remember looking at them because obviously this was coming up, and it wasn't even from this year. So this was previous years that people had put in there, and they were kind of hanging out there in the travel bug hotel because they are discoverable.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just funny, the coincidence, 3 of them, and somebody could have put them all in there, but it looked like they've been in there for a long time. So it was interesting that and that's down in Tampa. So everywhere, that's over 7 hours.
They're all over. Yeah. And again, it's something, I think people, the newer attendees, I guess, of going caching looks at it and goes, well, I don't quite understand, or I don't know. But then when you get a card made, and then everybody wants to trade with you and complete their set with your card. It's quite fun. And like Andy also said, we have a lot of fun and games that are built around the trading cards. So if anybody's interested, pop into our website, and the deadline for that is coming up. It's
August 10th.
August 10th.
Ooh,
okay.
wow,
So people can still get cards made this year.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
But
Time is starting to run out.
Yeah, Andy will be so busy on other stuff by August 10th. Yeah, we cut it off at that point. If you get it on August 10th, you'll still get your cards.
Right.
And we also we have a lot of people who get cards that don't even attend the event.
Yeah.
We have this year, we have some cashers from Europe that have ordered
cool
cards.
Right.
Yeah, that was a question the Pizza Ninja had that Derek had brought up a second ago. He asked, do you have to attend going caching to have a card made?
No. And it's also of course for like podcasts, or there's several different vloggers. Joshua gets one. You guys will get one.
Yep, we're getting one. Yep.
And so it's you get a little landing page, and you can use it as a little bit of advertising.
Yeah.
So if you have something going
That's
on,
right.
geocaching wise.
Yeah, advertise your event. Several
That's
do
awesome.
that. Geo Woodstock's gotten a card several times.
Brian
and Jeremy always get a card. So and Signal,
cool.
of course.
Yeah,
Signal,
they've been in
course.
since the inaugural year.
That's awesome. Yeah, Lori mentions that she found out about going caching by finding a card in a cache. How about that's there's advertising right there. That's how she found out about going caching. That's awesome.
Definitely.
But yeah, back on the event, I guess we're going to do something fun with our lab adventure, or one of our lab adventures.
Okay.
Which we had so much fun doing.
The art museum.
Yeah, the art museum.
Oh, yeah.
That was like real time, right?
Yeah.
You guys did a great job with that.
Well,
and it's funny, and I think I mentioned this when we were talking, but we had a similar idea, and we're going to run we're calling it a real time lab adventure during the Friday night play.
Oh, nice.
So as the attendees are watching the play, there will be the adventure will go live, and then there will be clues and pop up during the play of In Search of Geopatra's Tomb with King Tot and Geopatra and several others. But anyway, so we'll be running that. Awesome. We hope it won't distract too much from everyone enjoying the high theater.
That's all. No, I think it'll enhance. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we were so happy to see how well y'all pulled it off, because we were one of those things, when you were kicking around ideas and we're like, no, and how's this going to work? And
we did too.
Y'all pulled it off grand.
So thank you, for doing that, because we were wondering, is this, and y'all did it, and everybody had a blast. So
it was very fun to do it that way.
Yeah.
So we're taking a page from you guys. I guess.
Awesome. No, that's perfect. We are flattered. We are hoping that others will see the benefit or see the possibilities like you guys did. We didn't know how it was going to work out either. I mean, we had my son in Georgia, so we'll give some credit to Georgia. He lives in Macon. He wrote that whole script, and then we kind of acted out the different parts of it. For those that didn't go, we had a art museum heist. Actually, I need to give back the art. I do have it right here. I guess I should go back to the museum, right? Or actually, it's Egyptian, so I could probably give it to one of y'all because
Yeah, we
know,
may have to talk after the show.
yeah,
you
they
know,
have to
art
send that
heist.
your way
That
because
was- yeah.
it's the elusive art heist item.
Mhm.
But yeah, I am excited to hear that you guys are taking this idea and running with it because again, we weren't sure. We hoped that would work, and for the most part, I think it worked. I mean,
Mhm.
I think most people got into it. Most people came up and asked me the question, which is in the Adventure Lab. But the good part was that all of our actors knew not to just give the answer. So
Right.
we all knew to not just blurt the answer. That you had to work. You had to do some work to get the answer out of each of us. And I think that was the fun part was that
Well, and a couple of you were really serious about staying in character too. I
Oh,
tried
yeah.
hard to get Emily to break, and
Right.
she wouldn't do it. It was not happening.
that's awesome.
But that's why, like you're taking a risk, just like we did.
Yeah, it
You're
was
taking
great.
a risk. We're having a live play, and I know y'all have done that more than once, but
Oh yeah.
that's what
awesome.
makes the megas continue to be fresh every year. Otherwise, it's it could kind of get stale and be the same old thing. But y'all just push the edge each time because I understand that y'all have done it a few years, but it's not like you're hiring an acting company and spending thousands of dollars.
No,
No, we've got the crew. our
yeah,
going
right.
caching
That's
crew,
the
so.
going caching crew or our actors. They always put on that. Come Friday night and you'll see some of the best, worst acting. but it's all it's all cachers on the stage.
It's all
and
great. Yeah.
and we've had people mess up so bad, and when you do, and I think sometimes after the show, we're having our little after party, the cast, and a couple of times someone's come up, oh, I'm so sorry, I blew this. And I said, wait a minute, that was some of the funniest parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear people laughing? Well, yes. I said, well, then we did our job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So no,
That's
we're not.
awesome.
If
Not
I could-
professional actors.
I need to find a way to reenact the black dress debacle from
Oh, right.
last year.
Oh my.
So,
Yes.
if
The,
that's
uh,
possible.
Yeah.
That's funny.
A quick
Yeah.
story just to explain.
Uh-huh.
We were Roaring 20s, of course, last year.
Yep.
And we were doing a gag where Monkey Brad was a gangster. He comes into the
Mhm.
speakeasy, and his rival is the Going Caching crew, right?
Right.
So Jackson was supposed to dress up like a dame, back in the
Right.
1920s, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So we had and his little office fixed up, and we some pegs on the wall. We had several dresses hanging there, and the deal
Mhm.
was we had a special dress made for him. So because he's going to quick change, put this thing on over his suit, and it was the black dress. So Will Grafton was his partner. He comes on into the office, grabs the dress, throws it at Jackson, says, "Here, put this on." Well, somehow during the setting up of the stage, 2 black dresses got on the hook.
Oh no.
The
Now,
2 black dresses.
Jackson's
okay.
a big fellow.
One
okay?
of them was
Right.
like a size 6X
Yeah.
from off of Amazon that had been cut up the back and Velcro attached to it.
Oh
And the other one was
no.
like a slinky little size 4 sequin
So-
Right.
black dress.
So this
He's
is
trying
all
to put
live.
that one on.
This is all
Oh.
live, right? So the
Oh,
idea
my.
was I was the stage manager, so I slip around in the dark, come up, and I'm going to help Jackson get this dress on. So
Right.
he's got the one Will threw at him, hands it to me, puts his arms up like this. I couldn't even fit it over his head.
No, you come running and you're like, I don't think we have the right dress.
Yeah,
And Jackson's out there and his arms like this,
Right.
and the dress is
So-
like stuck on
Yeah.
him.
So
Oh my.
let-
You could get it off.
if you ever put on a play, make sure there's only one black dress. Yeah. But anyway,
But anyways, the
Oh, that's
cast
so
out on
awesome.
stage,
Yeah.
the things that they were doing in the dialogue to fill the space was some of the
Oh,
funniest
it
stuff
was-
that
yeah.
has ever happened on Friday.
it was terrifying in the moment, but looking back, I wouldn't have changed a thing. It was great.
Right.
And people had a great time. And again, that's
Yeah.
all we're trying to do. is
People
just-
will get more out of that than if it went perfect.
oh yeah. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
And
Oh,
they're
if you want
forgiving. They're
perfect,
cashers
yeah,
too. They
go to
understand this
Broadway,
is not,
Yeah.
But
they're there.
anyway, yeah, we
they're
always
there
do a
to
play
enjoy.
on Friday night, which is one of my favorite things.
Yep.
And let's see. There is one thing we need to make sure everyone is aware of. Normally, in the years past, we always do a challenge, and that would be on Friday morning.
Right.
And we decided this year to start it on Thursday. So
Oh,
if
okay.
you can get here, it's Thursday morning is the challenge event, and that's you take your passport around,
Right.
find certain caches. There's stamps in those,
Mhm.
and when you complete it, you come back and you get a geo coin.
Right.
A challenge coin. We moved it to Thursday. Now, if you can't come Thursday, that's fine. You can start this anytime.
You could do it right.
Just be done
Right.
by Saturday afternoon.
There's a passport in
But-
every
yeah.
package.
But
Right.
the event, the kickoff event, and it's not a race. If you have a passport, there's
You will
a coin.
get a coin
There's a
if you
coin waiting
complete it.
for you. Right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. See, I love the fact that y'all do that. That's very, very smart.
Early on, we realized it's not much fun when you have passports out there, and then you say, "Oh, the first 300 that finish get a coin." So we
Yeah.
always make sure, there is a coin for each passport. If you finish it, you get it. But anyway, we moved it to Thursday, which is just the event, the startup. So you can start on Thursday morning, and you could be done early enough then to get into our escape rooms then on Friday.
Oh, right.
By having the challenge on Friday, we found that we've got the rooms running. We're all set, and everybody's out geocaching trying to finish the challenge.
Right.
So
And that creates a bottleneck
right,
on
and then
Saturday.
so Saturday comes, and we've got a long line, and
Yeah.
so we're hoping that if you're here, you can start early and then get a jump into the escape rooms.
No, I love that idea. I think this is Smuggler's Inn, right? This is last year's.
Oh, there you go.
and
Yep.
That is.
Yeah. That was so much fun. I really love the different things you guys do during the week that are because we're going to talk about events, but I love that we're talking about this because this is something that's very very cool. It's very it's another to me another big reason to going caching is because of these side things that you get to do.
Mhm.
This was just so much fun getting all the, it's cool, but yet it's kind of like to me, it's a lot like a geo tour is what
Yeah.
I always think about is you're getting a
Very
coin at the
similar.
end,
Mhm.
you're getting stamps, all these really great, you guys have done such a great job over the years of building relationships with so many in Rome, Georgia, that really helps, which gives us kind of an idea that maybe we should do another one in Memphis. One more maybe. We're debating, but we've built some good relationships all with people that are there. And I know that
Andy
you
and I,
guys,
Andy and I've been
Yeah.
talking about that at when we were at Cache Fest. We noticed how you guys had integrated so well with and that's a big city. So we're lucky in Rome.
Yeah.
Well, we pretty much know everybody,
right?
but you guys did a great job of tying in the city and
Oh, appreciate
into
Mhm.
a lot of your activities and things. And so hats off for that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love that. So one of my other goals tonight, other than obviously getting everybody the info we need, you need for this, because some people ask some questions about when am I going to get the shirt and so forth. We'll get to those questions here in a moment.
Mhm.
We'll get to some of those finer details, but one of the things I want to bring up, because we have, I know we have a group of people who are watching who are maybe on the fence about going caching. They're sort of, chronically tired mom mentioned, and I'm gonna call her out, but she's okay with that, I know. But she says that a cacher friend of hers, Rubicon Woolley, goes every year to going caching. He says it's a top-notch event, which I don't think she's ever been, but I know that this is something that her and her kiddos would really I think she'd really love. Trisha, this is funny. We got all the people that are
Yes, Trisha.
go going caching's the best. We have a lot of people who are, but a couple things I want to ask you guys, and that is, what is it about Rome, Georgia that you think kind of puts you guys on the map as far as getting people off the fence to go? I mean, what are some things about Rome that you want to emphasize, I think, is my
Well,
point.
I think Rome is kind of almost the quintessential Southern town.
Right.
Hospitality is a priority for a lot of people
Mhm.
here, especially downtown businesses. Our friends in the community, they I know so many people, they almost feel like the geocachers are celebrities. So if they see geocachers, they've seen somebody for them.
Right.
There's not a lot of geocachers in Rome, so it is a novelty for the local muggles, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think integrating a lot of the community with geocachers. I know Jim and I always appreciate
Mhm.
when we go to a town or go geocaching that we're able to go, you can freely go in and participate and do things and not like have to sneak in or,
Right.
whatever. It's like whoever's there's like, hey, we're so happy you're here. What do you need? I know we've got a couple of places here in town that literally all they want to do is they want the cashers to come in so they could give them a treat and a drink. So
I know of one jewelry store
yes.
that we've been to now. I've been a couple times now, and there are a lot of businesses in Rome that really love you guys.
Well,
But
like
yeah.
Andy said, geocachers are special people. I mean, we do some strange, crazy, fun things, right?
Yeah.
And so even though some of our friends, business owners and things that love going caching as much as we do, they're not geocachers, but they love, like Andy said, it's exotic to them. And there are several events in Rome throughout the year, but there's nothing like the geocachers pouring in. It's a fun, I don't want to say silly, but it's a fun, lighthearted, quirky activity that we're all doing. And the games we get to play. And so they enjoy playing for the week too.
Right.
Although they're not geocachers, but we keep trying to talk them into it. But they love everybody coming in. And we have a very vibrant visitors bureau here.
Yeah.
And they are all on board and they help us come up with some of our crazy ideas.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they lay a lot of groundwork for us when we come up with something where we may not know the party we need to talk to, and they build a bridge for us, and next thing you know, we're getting whatever we want, and so we're very, very fortunate and to have such a I guess a foundation.
Right.
Well, on the flip side, a really cool thing is because Jim and I are so integrated into the geocaching community, not just our community of Rome, but when the geocachers are here, I love for all my friends, the business owners, everybody to brag about how wonderful the geocachers are. So it's like when you're sharing your family with your whole town where you live,
right?
And they love it. So it's kind of this symbiotic relationship, I guess, between Rome and the geocachers. But I'm always really proud when business owners or friends or whatever come up and just say they met geocachers, they were the nicest people, they loved them, and I think it's pretty cool.
And even like way past going caching, other periods of the year, it's fun to see out of town geocachers come through, and visit the stores and some of our tap rooms and different businesses and things. So it's just we don't know how it happened, but it's a great thing.
The pub crawl last year was great. So many things about Rome I want to ask you guys about as well, and we'll get into the schedule and some other details here in a moment. But one there's a lot of history.
There
My
is.
son, who is, he caches, but he's again, he's my Macon, Georgia, my Georgia representative for the family, lives in Macon, and he's the editor there. And he really enjoyed. I was busy a lot of that week as far as just trying to do Geocache Talk stuff, but he was able to kind of get out. I want to ask you about a famous show that's involved, that's part of Rome, that he went and saw, and he took pictures of this house, and we'll talk about that in a second. But there's an interesting. I wish I had more detail. I should have been more prepared for this, but there's something on the north side of town that's very historical. There's actually a cache there as well, but the history was interesting going through this house. And there's several of those probably in Rome that are like that, but we were able to do a little bit of Rome history, which was nice. So there's a lot of those kind of things, but he did get out and he took a picture or two. And so kind of let people know, because I think people don't realize the connection with Rome in this particular show. It's become very popular, by the way.
I'm waiting for a picture to show up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I know.
What picture?
don't
I
think
thought you were
one.
going to put it up on
I'm
the
getting
thing.
chills just thinking about it. Yeah.
I need to find. I could probably dig up the picture, but go ahead. Tell us more about this.
I don't know how many people are Stranger Things fans, but we are huge Stranger Things fans. And I'd like to say that the Creole Mansion is here in Rome, Georgia. The one that was actually used as Vecna's.
Yeah, right. We haven't seen
playhouse.
Vecna hanging around,
No.
but it was fun when they had the house all boarded up and everything, which normally it is not. But
right. And we've been in it several times, so I mean, not since the filming, but
I'm not going in there.
I wouldn't go in there now.
That's a little scary.
So.
I don't even like driving past it, but anyway, no, I'm kidding.
There it is.
Up there it is. Yep.
That is very cool.
Actually, it was built by Colonel Hamilton Yancey, who's actually buried up in Myrtle Hill, which of course is a very historic cemetery. We have a wonderful adventure lab that takes you through Myrtle Hill, but he built that in 1882.
Oh, wow.
So
okay,
that's very cool.
I'm very impressed all of a sudden. My goodness, that's a lot of details there.
That's really good. Yeah, this is
when he built it, he never realized what was going to happen somewhere. 100 and some years, 150 years down the road. So
such a it's a extremely popular show right now, obviously.
And that's just a few blocks from downtown Rome.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh yeah, just a few blocks off Broad.
Yeah. So the Rome, Georgia website mentions about the popular Rome locations like the Ford Building, buildings at Berry College, and the Claremont House. The Ford Complex at Berry College. Yeah, that's really cool. That's such a great...
saying the Insane Asylum is there too.
Yeah, that's
really?
the Ford buildings out at Berry were the Insane Asylum.
For in the show.
It's not
right.
It's a very nice college. Very nice college.
Right. We got to
in
meet
the show. It was, yes.
No, I was gonna say we got to meet some Berry College folks. I think the weekend of going caching, I think they were having it was graduation or something going on.
No, Mountain Day.
That's their alumni day. They call it Mountain Day. So all the past graduates show up, and it's a huge holiday for Berry College.
Yeah, we got to run into some Berry College folks and had a good conversation with them. But
by the way, that's the largest college or university campus in the world.
Is it really?
Yeah. Now, it's a very small population, but they've got like 27,000 acres.
Oh, wow.
I don't know the details like Andy does, but it's 20-something thousand. Back in the day, it was even bigger, but they've sold off to, there's a big golf course and built a mall out there and stuff. But anyway, still the by far the largest university campus in the world.
the
acreage.
right. The place we went, by the way, I did look it up. It was the Chieftains Museum,
Right.
the Major
Yes.
Ridge home.
That place is haunted. Like,
Is it really?
yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, I can't even go into that kitchen area without all the hairs on the back of my neck standing.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I'm not a big believer in that stuff. I mean, I love a good ghost story, but you know,
Sure.
when it really comes down to it, I'm going, yeah, I don't know.
mm-mm.
But there's certain places you can walk in and you
And-
feel something, you know, temperature
Yeah.
drop, like the presence of someone, you know, that
get
you
the
know, I'm talking about,
heebie-jeebies.
yeah.
Yes.
And I'm ready to leave. Yeah.
Right. Well, for
Something
some
spooky
people,
going on.
this
I
may
think I'll
be
go
a
stand outside in the sun, you know.
this may be a place people might want to. They have the opposite, Jim. They might want to go to this place.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I suggest they go. But yeah, if you get kind of freaked out, maybe you want to go into the outside. Cache is outside, so you go.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. I'm
yes.
always like, I do believe in spooks. I do believe, you know.
Do believe in-
But,
Yeah, from the
anyway,
Wizard of Oz.
and yeah. Speaking of Chieftains Museum, you know, that's
Mhm.
actually right next to Ridge Ferry Park, where the
Yeah.
we're
It's
going
virtual
caching
there.
event is. And yep, there's a cache there. We've actually had they've played with our event in years past. I don't think we have anything planned this year,
We don't.
but they have
Mhm.
they have a little museum up front.
Right.
They'll do tours.
Mhm.
There's like Andy said, there's a virtual couple of caches around there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Great
and
history.
what that is, the Chieftains Museum, it
Mhm.
belonged to Major Ridge, which is where we got
Right.
Ridge Ferry Park name from.
Oh, right.
He
Oh,
was
very
a
cool.
Cherokee Native American, and
Yes.
was a big factor in the Cherokee removal,
Trail of Tears.
moving to
Yes.
moving them to Oklahoma, and his whole story is very just
Interesting. Yeah.
it's heartbreaking
Yeah.
and inspiring at the same time. So anyway, if you do come to Rome, whether it's going caching or not, you know, do drop by Chieftains Museum and and learn some of the history of not just Rome, but of the, you know, all this huge area here.
Yeah. No, I agree. That was a great tour. Like you said, it's heartbreaking. It's but it's so educational, and it's something that we all need to embrace and really champion these places of history that still teach, you know, the things that happened, and so it's worth taking a moment. It's hard to take a moment because you guys have so many cool things during the week. So let's take a moment, and if we can, let's go through, hit the highlights. I mean, you can go to the Going Caching website. I'll put the GC code up for folks also, because all that information, you know, is available. I'm putting in the chat room as well.
And in the time we have, it's going to be hard to really give, you know, what we should truly give to everything y'all done for all these events. But y'all, because you've really made
I'll do a couple
megas are no longer just like a one-day event. That's long past. Y'all have made this whole destination of, you can do stuff for many, many days, and it's seamless between all that. So we need to try to give all the highlights, but there's no way to really truly give it what you need and all the effort you put it behind all this in the time we have tonight. So
we'll just
make sure
we'll
everybody
hit the
is
highlights.
aware that it's not just a one-day event.
I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of highlights. The challenge is going to be really fun. We're
Cool.
doing the 7 plagues of Egypt.
Oh, nice.
And you will have some specific tasks and ways to conquer the plagues.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, and the coin ties in very nicely with that as well.
Oh,
and that's
okay,
the
cool.
coin that you get if you complete your passport.
Right.
And we were talking just a little bit ago about if people were on the fence. So if you like super fun stuff like being in a parade, because we are doing our flash mob Thursday evening, which is going to be walk like an Egyptian.
No, that's awesome.
So yeah, and I can tell from the cash card pictures that I've been putting on cards for people, there are some hilarious costumes, some amazing ones. Like I cannot wait to see them all in one place together.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, but the city's blocking off Broad Street, and we're gonna march up
That's
broad, walking like an Egyptian. So
Love
If there
it.
was any question that Rome is completely adopted geocachers, there's a parade. There's actually
they
a
block
parade down
the-
the city streets.
Yeah, and they block the road, like serious
Yeah.
block, not just like one cone or something. They blocked the whole like
Mhm.
last year. We blocked off all that and we all danced to the Charleston and was so much fun.
yeah, in a year we were pirates. We you
Yep.
know
Yep.
we pillaged and looted all the way
That's
abroad. You know.
It's
Yeah.
funny too because y'all have such an awesome event, and I don't know why for me, but the parade seems so different than everything else. Geocaching is something where you hide and you sneak, and that you can't be more open about what's going on than a parade down the middle
Exactly.
of the city, down the middle of town. And it's just so weird to see that happen. It's geocachers, we sneak and hide and do stuff, and
exactly.
and it's literally the opposite of it. So it's so cool.
Yeah,
Right.
you almost feel like you're doing something naughty.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll have Cleopatras and King Tuts and
Oh, that'd be
mummies
awesome.
and explorers. We have, so
Oh
I
yeah.
would not be surprised if somebody came as a plague of locusts.
yeah.
That would be cool.
That's
That would,
wild.
wouldn't it?
I know,
I didn't
right?
think about
Gets you
that.
thinking, like,
Yeah.
how can I achieve this?
But
There was
that's
some-
great. And
Mhm.
There was
What
some great ones last year. I mean,
Mhm.
Oh, I was just
People
in
Get into the
awe.
costumes.
I mean I saw the guy with the old timey muscle builder guy.
oh
with the,
yes, yes.
with the handlebar mustache and
Right.
the old timey, beach attire was another thing I saw. And
The
there's
old
so many-
baseball players, that was
Yeah.
cool.
yes,
Yeah, like Shoeless Joe and
Mhm.
the old
Yep.
19 the
Mhm.
yep,
but back on
yeah.
that we have a big thing of going caching is the costumes.
Yes.
People come. I mean, our theme. I mean, we totally immerse everything into the theme. So everything is going to be Egyptian, and
Right.
and you can be ancient Egypt, or you could be a 1920s Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah,
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones-ish
Right.
kind
That
of.
kind
that's
of
yeah.
perfect.
But so we got this year sort of a dual time thing going.
Mhm.
So you can be 2000 BC or
Right.
and interesting too.
Mhm.
Howard in 1922, exactly
Yep.
100 years ago.
Exactly.
Howard Carter opened the tomb of King Tut.
Yeah.
So in 100 years ago, Egyptian things and mummies in particular were quite the rage. So
Yeah. What
great
great
timing, right?
Yeah.
it is. Y'all.
But
y'all did
In
great there.
addition to our Geopatra, we have a King Tut, T-O-T-T,
King
Ah.
Tot.
if you get it.
Right.
Mhm.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Love it.
yeah,
Love
he's
it.
got his
He will be played by Monkey Brad.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Oh
many
yeah.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
Monkey
Yeah.
Brad.
And he will. Can I say he's going to do the song, Steve Martin's song?
Yeah, go ahead. This
I
is
think
just
I just told- I think
just
I
did.
told him
this
that.
between us.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's just between us.
So
We
we've got a-
exclusive on
We'll do a
Geocache
A
Talk.
rendition that's going to happen at the Friday night show. Of
Yeah.
that
Oh,
song.
nice.
During the
It'd be
show,
pretty fun.
yeah, he's going to do.
Oh,
King
that's
Tut.
awesome.
That's great.
King Tot.
Yep.
And then,
You got the Midnight at Oasis pub crawl as well.
yes, that'll
Which I love
happen after the flash mob, which is really fun for everybody to go around and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturday night, I'm always excited about this, but that's the big party.
Yep.
Literally, I think Wednesday after going caching last October, I went and reserved the Vogue again for this year.
Oh,
And
nice.
went and talked to
Mhm.
DDA. How did it work out with us closing off that block? No
Yeah.
issues. Yes, we can do it again.
Oh, good.
So we have the indoor outdoor venue.
Yep.
Because it worked out really, really nice last year.
Yeah.
Vogue is an old business building that they've turned
Yeah.
into an event facility, and it's right on Broad Street. There's a side street there, and they let us block off that street. We put up a big tent, chairs, tables, and stuff.
Yeah.
And so if people want to get out and get fresh air or not comfortable, shoulder to shoulder in the building, they can come out and do that and go back and forth. We have a DJ that plays and
Yep.
We have
and
the
that is a
slideshow going, too.
yep,
Cool.
and it is a that is a costume. Now you don't have to be in costume, but you're
No.
going to look kind of funny, you know, if
Yeah,
you don't wear
It's-
one. But no,
it's fun. Yeah,
Well, this year, if you don't have one, you just go in the bathroom, grab the toilet paper roll, and just
Roll
wrap
around.
yourself up,
Just
and
wrap it
come
up.
right back out.
that's pretty funny.
You're like,
Yeah, last year we snagged a table upstairs, which is cool. It's 2-story. Plus, you have the outdoor part.
that's
So
right.
we sat up there for a while, and then we did some moving around, and we went outside after that because it is cool. You got that sort of side block that's right next to it, which is really nice. And I love the fact that you guys took items from the week and you're able to auction off these
Mhm.
items for, or give people a chance to sort of take home a part of going caching. So hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
the
y'all
the
be able to
going
do that
after
again.
all these years, the going caching warehouse is quite full. So
you're happy to auction off some items.
yeah,
Hopefully.
we still have parts from the very first pirate ship of
Oh
2011.
wow!
Yeah.
mhm.
Wow!
But yeah, we it's hard to part with. No, I take that back. It's hard to throw things away.
Yes.
But if cashers, if it means something to them, and Andy will put certain things in the silent auction, and
Yeah.
that way it's going to a good home. So
Absolutely.
I just hate putting stuff in the dumpster.
Yeah. Derek asked a question earlier. I don't know if this is something, maybe I'm going to tread on something, but last year, for one of the parts of the event was you were able to go around to all these different cool businesses, and they all had a path tag creation, I'll
Mhm.
call it. Then I think y'all did, and y'all auctioned off a couple of those, right? Is that okay?
Mhm. You're
Do you
talking
think
about,
you'll-
we lovingly called those the refrigerators.
Okay.
But
But that's what they ended up looking
Yeah.
like, but they were
Looking like?
boxes that you had to access a stamp.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
all speakeasies, is what they were. So
They were awesome. Yeah, the
we
speakeasies.
figured out how to get them open, and inside was like a
Little vignette of
like a
speakeasy.
dollhouse for
Yeah.
geocachers. Yeah.
I know Derek's went to grab his, I think, but
Mm.
can you talk about this year's? Is it something that you want to save for people to see? We don't have to talk about if we don't. I mean,
They will be very cool.
Yeah.
okay, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
There
Derek's got
are-
his. He's showing if he
I
can.
do like the way that the coin will be incorporated.
Oh wow.
There's
There's
Derek's from
spider.
last year.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, yeah.
He's gonna open
Oh,
it for us.
he's gonna open it. Look at the
Oh,
inside
The
of
light
that
still
thing.
comes
Oh,
on.
yay.
Woohoo!
Got the piano
Thanks,
room.
Derek.
Oh,
That
and
is
the cat.
awesome.
The spilled
Yeah,
milk.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. That's incredible.
Don't cry over spilled milk. Yeah.
Is that what that one was? Yeah, because the spilled milk. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome.
Gosh, that is awesome. Yeah, and you can see where the path tags are too, by the way. Oh,
Yeah.
pieces are falling out. We got it.
Yeah, that's the
Cool.
thing. Our path tags, the event coin, the coin. we've
Very
been talking-
nice.
The coin we've been talking about, of course, is the challenge coin earlier, but the event coin and the path tags are always game pieces.
Right.
You don't have to have them to have a lot of fun, but they do come into play. And to get the full experience, you need to either have them or have a friend that has them.
Mhm.
That works too. So
And the coin's huge this year. It's like
Oh,
3.5
really? Cool.
inches across. Which
That's
doesn't
awesome.
sound like much until you print it out and cut it
Yeah.
out with scissors and
Oh, yeah.
compared to some others, it's like, oh, I always think, it's bigger. Everything's got to be bigger. And this thing, we looked at it and went, whoa, that's big.
I got a gift. This is the 2015, but
Oh yeah.
it's a monster of a coin. I
Mhm.
mean, it's ginormous, but I love the fact that you guys do these really cool, and this puzzle one is just amazing. But I really appreciate the effort you guys put in, and that's something I think people don't really think about sometimes is you need to get the package. You really do, because there is so many cool things involved
It
with
ties everything together.
It ties it. Yeah, I know. Jesse got to go 2 years ago when we did when the
2
pirate
years ago.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pirate one. and it is a lot of fun. So I guess what we need to do is we do need to talk about how people can purchase the various items. What is their deadlines? Somebody mentioned earlier about, when you guys think, things might ship. I know that's always difficult to know about.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to
Go
say,
ahead.
to address the shipping thing,
Mhm.
cards are coming. We're having to do things differently because this post-COVID world we live in is changing so quickly and rapidly. You just kind of have to like go with it. We had our normal screen printer is no longer open.
Right.
It's a guy I've used for probably 15 years. Getting things shipped to you sometimes can be a challenge.
Yeah, we know that.
So we're waiting on the puzzle shirt to come from the new screen printers. So
Okay.
as soon as those are in, like I said, cards will be going out this week.
Yeah, cards and T-shirts both. What we're soon, and those are the items that are getting shipped. Now, of course, packages and things like that are
you
for
pick up
at the event.
Right.
Now, and if something happens and you can't get here or pick up, we can mail those out after the event, but not before. Because there's a lot of surprises and things in there. But pre-event shirts soon, because it's we're kind of proud of the puzzle this year. So
good.
People are going to need some time to work on that shirt.
Gotta work on it. Yes.
The pre-event shirt is a puzzle. It eventually, it's the same every year in that to keep it fair, everything on a level playing field.
Right.
You solve the shirt and you get enough information to know where to be at a certain time to get the final clue you need to go for the cache. And there's this year it's a $200 FTF prize.
Oh, wow.
Plus a little surprise bonus, which we're not going to really talk about.
Right.
But
that's fine.
There's a little additional thing. But anyway, it does lead to a cache. And so the shirt, of course, the T-shirt you can wear at events. Take your picture, upload to our Facebook page, and that enters you into a separate drawing.
I think I'm just going to let everybody just wear it and take a picture one time too.
But that'll work. Yeah.
It's taken
right.
a minute.
I see. Yeah. So we're adapting. But anyway, that's the shirts and the cash cards shipping as soon as possible.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. So
before we wrap up, I want to make sure we say this because we've talked about it in years past, but because there's so much we've talked about already. So there's a party, there's pat tags, there's coins, pub crawl, which was awesome, by the way.
It was
little shuttles around town, but I don't know. Okay. The cashier cards, the live play, the challenge coin, the challenge contest, an actual parade, and costumes all over the place. That can be a little overwhelming for some of these somebody that's newer, because we have so many new cashers in the game, and they're like, oh my gosh, this sounds like a week-long thing. It's all interwoven, which it is. It's great. But if somebody is a little intimidated by that, a new cashier can still show up and have a lot of fun, right?
Well, what we frequently hear all the time are people who just take a chance, show up. In fact, we were talking to a cashier from Michigan at Memphis when we were standing in line at a Geocache together.
Yeah.
And he said he came last year for the first time, took a chance by himself. He said at package pickup, somebody just looked at him and said, you look a little overwhelmed. And he's like, yeah. And they took him right then to their table, went through everything with him.
Oh, that's
they
awesome.
spended the next 4 days caching together, doing everything. And he's like, and they've stayed in touch and been friends. And this is the kind of story we hear all the time about going caching.
Yeah. He was having a blast telling us how he met one of his best friends at going caching, and they live
neat
hundreds of miles apart, but they stay in touch. And that's happened so, like Andy said, that's so many, and we love hearing those stories. But happens all the time. We
don't
have
want to run long, but I can promise everybody they're not just making this up for the mega. That exact story happened to me. Where I met 3 people, Brandon. There's like, hey, just jump in our car. I'm like, what other event would these people just go, hey, this
jump
random
in a
dude
car.
And we'll drive around in the woods.
Yep.
It really does happen. They're not just selling this mega. I promise you, that's a real thing.
right.
Several people saying that. Trisha's saying that happened to us.
Yeah.
We have friends.
Yeah, that's all true. So people, there's so many new people to the game, and they get intimidated by all this stuff that y'all put on and these crazy things. You jump in, and you'll be like you've known people forever. They're so friendly. The people in the city, the cashers, and everything else. It's one of the most welcoming environments I've ever been in.
Well, I have to say real quick that is part of our design. Is yes, it is. You look at this stuff and go, who comes up with this crazy stuff, right? And the idea is, now you can come and have a great time if you're, a person who just enjoys geocaching, maybe by yourself or whatever. We welcome you, and there's tons to do. But if you like to work with people, that's what we're after, is getting you out of your comfort zone just a little bit, and then meet up with other people. And next thing you know, you've made, good friendships, had a lot of fun, and you're sad to see it end.
Right. And I can guarantee too, I know our going caching crew, which is just our it's mine and Jim's second family.
Right.
A lot of them, they've done it since the first year. But there's 35 of us, and me and Jim. But anyways, and any one of them, I see them all the time. They will help people. They are the friendliest, kindest group. And they're willing to do anything. So if anybody gets lost, even a member of the crew will jump in and help them out.
And real quick again, when we talk about the crew, we have some really good volunteers, really good. And those, they're very important. The crew is family. They are going caching, and it's so much fun. So much of the crew was up in Memphis, and we would hear them talking with other groups, and they have such ownership of the
awesome.
mega event themselves, and it makes us proud because, we're not answering the questions they are, and talking.
And they're so
right.
That's what I love.
That's so wonderful. Yeah, we're starting to get toward the end. So if you do have a question, I'm going to get to Kitty Catch's question in a minute, but pardon me, if you do have a question, please put it in the chat room, and we'll get to it here as we start to wrap up.
So let me get Kitty Catch's question real quick. She said like many people, they're going to be flying in, and they're not going to have a lot of luggage room. Is there anywhere they could possibly get a costume in town? Is there a rental place?
Well, it will be close to Halloween time, so there might be, but Rome, unfortunately, is a small town. So we don't have a costume rental place.
But there is Party City, right?
There's a Party City and Walmart, and then sometimes we have the Halloween store.
Right.
It just shows up like on a temporary basis in the old Toys R Us store.
But my guess is Kitty Catch will be flying into Atlanta, so
but there's also
could go
a specific Halloween store.
So if you're in the area, she could run into somewhere in Atlanta maybe and get something potential.
Or she can email me as well. Maybe I could have something arranged to be here for her. Order something on Amazon or something of that nature. So
she's
or I can get her a
Australia,
roll of toilet paper.
There you go.
Roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, you come in.
There you go. Yeah.
Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy? She's traveling a long way, so yeah, she's flying internationally.
But that's a great question. Yes,
that is a good question.
Any other things that you would want, whether it's a new person or return? I mean, the returners know what's going on. They've been going for years. I know you'll have some people that have been going every year for years. Anything else you would say to the new people or people that have, never been to a mega, or this is going to be their first mega, or this is not going to be their first mega, but they've never been to going caching? Any tips maybe?
I guess do as much prep as you can. Change your notifications so you get new caches that publish.
right. Mhm.
either increase your radius or whatever.
Well,
on-
yeah, if
The-
you you temporarily change your home coordinates, you can
Right.
get notifications of things that are publishing in Rome. We do have a lot of caches that will publish very near and during the event.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Log your will attend.
Right.
Of course, you guys know
Mhm.
this too, so that how
Oh,
important that is, so that
Mhm.
when you make an announcement, it goes out to the
Mhm.
to the right
Absolutely.
people. Because not everybody's on Facebook. You can't email everybody, so
Right.
announcements are a great source of information.
Mhm.
Yeah, will attends are really critical,
Mm.
like you said, because in that tie-in, because we did a lot of announcements. I know y'all probably got to see all of our. I put out for a while there. I was doing one a day because I was trying to just get as much info as I could out. But I appreciate you guys do put out a lot of good info as well.
Mhm.
Oh, and I would also say, if you
Mhm.
have a question, say you've never been to going
Yeah.
caching, any question at all, contact us through the website or through
Mm-hmm.
geocaching, either one, and we'll get back to you. We try really hard to monitor, our emails, and so you can again go goingcaching.com or through geocaching.com, either one,
Right.
and we'll get the best answer we can to you.
Perfect. Yes. Take a look at the different packages. I've been looking through them myself to see, but you've got you always have such great variety to give people the chance to pick up whatever particular package they want. There's a lot of options. The cash cards, don't forget, August 10th is the last day. Is that correct?
That's coming up soon.
Yes. August 10th.
August 10th. So make sure you get those. I highly recommend getting them, even if you're not going. They're so much fun to have.
Oh yeah.
It helps. A little bit of that can go to help. It helps the event to do. So everybody, I really encourage everybody to go out and do a card because I know that any little bit can help pay the bills.
That's just really cool swag. They're cool to find out.
Yeah, they're cool swag. Absolutely. And been wonderful having you guys back. I know we now know a little bit of the adventure of getting it all done and what it takes. And once we've seen it a little bit, we're able to then, Jess and I have talked about how things like what you guys are doing year in and year out. We are amazed at how well. I know that sometimes you do a good job. If there ever is anything that doesn't work right, you've done a great job of not showing it because we all see it.
Mhm.
It looks like everything went perfectly. So whatever has happened in the past, you guys have done a great job of.
Mhm.
And I think for the most part, you haven't had to hide anything because everything's been great. I mean, it's been wonderful.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. And I do have to mention one thing, and then I want to go around the room and everybody give last comment. But Derek's wanting to remind everyone that we're doing the Host Hotel giveaway gadget on Tuesday during Gadget Talk. So one of the things we did was if you stayed at our Host Hotel during Cache Fest, you were entered into a drawing to have a gadget cache made with Derek. Derek will make it with you, which is kind of cool that you can sort of help pick out the items and Derek will work with you. So, if you're a big fan of, I don't know, M&Ms or something, he'll work with you to make a cool gadget cache that's themed around whatever you want to do, obviously within reason. But we're going to announce the winner of that on Tuesday. So, again, that was a lot of fun. Derek put in the private chat, the M&Ms. I don't know, Derek. I'm just coming up with things off the top of my head, man. So I'm sure if M4M wins, he might want to mention. He might want to do that. But also we had a question about volunteering. So, what are some things? Is there anything currently out there right now, you two, or should they just sort of stay tuned?
Stay tuned for sure. It'll probably
Okay.
be mid-April when mid-August.
Mid-August. I know what you meant.
It's getting late here in Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know we're wrapping up.
But in mid-August they should be. Our volunteer coordinator will get that up.
Okay,
Of
cool.
course, in addition to the crew, we do rely on a lot of volunteers to help with a lot of other aspects of the event. Because as you know, every event we have is a big event in and of itself. So we do appreciate and rely on volunteers and people who do sign up to volunteer. We have a special volunteer path tag for everybody.
Oh, very cool. Yes. Yeah, we really relied a lot on our roadies, as we called them. We had the theme for the musicians. Yeah. So I'll go first, and then I'll let you two, and then I'll let Jesse also comment. But again, going caching is incredible. You guys have done such a great job over the years. I know this one's going to be also incredible. It is so well worth going to. If you can, make the effort. Even if you can't be there for all, like Wednesday through Sunday, if you're able to swing coming for Thursday through Sunday or something, or Friday, don't hesitate to not go because maybe you can't go for that full time, but you're good for like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is well worth it to go. I went 2 years ago. I wasn't able to go. I was only able to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it was tremendous. I mean, there was no hesitation for me to go for those 3 days. So again, incredible time. So great to see people and to hang out. If you are going for your, you don't know anybody, you're going to meet people. It's just inevitable. We had a group, and I'll make this short, but we had a group that was working on all the puzzles. I didn't know all these people. I mean, we were just all sitting in a hotel room or in the hotel lobby. And I knew Emily and her mom and a few others. But we just brought in, people saw that we were kind of working on things and they had questions like, come on, have a seat. We'll do this all we'll work on all this together. And so, we got to meet people, and I don't know whether they didn't know anybody or not. They might have, they might not have. But the point was that we were able to come together and meet people that we'd never met before. So I think that was really important. So, so that's my 2 cents on it. I'll turn over to either Jesse or Andy and Jim.
I'll go super fast and hand it off to them because we're running late. Okay. The going caching for the experienced cachers, it's a no-brainer. Tons of stuff to do. It's well done. If you've gone to other megas and you haven't gone to this one, you'll be impressed by how they weaved everything together. For new cachers, you can just jump right in. We've talked a lot about puzzles and stuff, but you don't have to be overwhelmed. My wife, who hates puzzles, like she's a 30-second puzzler. If it's not solved in 30 seconds, it's a stupid puzzle, according to her. So she hates puzzles, and she still loved it. We are still on the fence. I would have to literally drive up there. My drive time would be longer than time I get to spend, and we're still considering going up there. So, but
that's cool
because it's such a short schedule. We're going to drive up potentially, get there late at night, stay one day, and have to drive back home in 15 hours. But this is one of those ones you definitely choose. If you only get to go to a couple megas a year, this is one of the ones you want on your list for sure. So, absolutely. And then I'll since we're running so late, I'll turn it over right now.
Yep.
Well, we have talked a lot about going cache. I just want to say how much fun again we had in Memphis at Cache Fest. We can't wait to see what you guys do next year. And again, that for my personal taste or expectations, geocaching mega events in general are just getting better and better. It's fun having a meet and greet, but when you can go and just totally forget about everything, cache, hang out with people, and do something, puzzles, gadget caches, hikes. And I love history. And so when I go to a special place like that, like Memphis, and have all these things, we appreciate that so much. And we just had a blast.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, goingcaching.com, get out there, get your cards. And if you have questions, again, those two are always willing to answer questions. So don't hesitate to email them. But again, thank you guys so much for being with us. We love having you guys on with us, and looking forward to hearing more as the mega gets closer.
Yes.
So again, thank you so much. And
thank you guys.
thanks.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, everybody. We'll see y'all.
Bye.
May your finds be many and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.